Okay guys, the main thing I'm looking at here is elbow position. So I'm not moving my elbow neither forward or back, trying to keep that as completely still as possible. I'm pausing at the top just a little bit, and then obviously pausing at the bottom a little bit. What this does is obviously eliminate any momentum in the movement. So if I pause slightly at the top, I can engage my tricep, flex my tricep as hard as I can, and then flex all the way down to the bottom and then get my good contraction. So they're the main things I'm thinking about when I'm doing my tricep extensions. Now here guys, I'm supersetting this with a dumbbell hammer curl. Okay, so I like to start my arm workouts with dumbbell hammer curls, mainly because it targets a little bit more of the brachioradialis, which is kind of like the top part of your forearm and then leading into the side of your bicep. So a hammer curl is often believed to improve a little bit more of your arm thickness rather than the height. So this is why I like to start with it, because you can go a lot heavier. You can obviously notice there I'm not using any momentum in the movement, so the elbow might be coming forward slightly, but it's still attacking the biceps really hard. Okay, next superset guys, I'm going to start with a lying dumbbell tricep extension. So you can see here how far my elbows are pointing back. I'm almost pushing behind my head. This is obviously working the long head of the triceps a lot more. It's emphasizing the stretch. So you can see here, I pull my arms back before I even start the movement. So I'm getting into the most optimal position I can in order to start the movement. So again, focusing a lot more on the stretch and not coming all the way up to the top. I'm keeping constant tension solely on my triceps. Now I'm supersetting this with just a regular dumbbell curl. Now I'm still battling a couple of little bicep injuries, so I can't go too heavy on these movements. But what I'm mainly thinking about here is working obviously the actual peak of my biceps by emphasizing the twist of the dumbbell. So I'm trying to twist my little finger in towards my chest. You can see as I do that there. What I'm trying to do is really squeeze my little finger as hard as I can to emphasize, I guess, the inner part of my bicep. That's where I'm going to try and really focus on the peak. Again, there's no momentum. The elbow might be moving forward just a slight amount, but I'm still very braced. Now I'm supersetting this movement with one of my all-time favorite tricep movements, a very difficult movement. It's actually called the TATE press. I think made famous by good old Mike O'Hearn. Now, love this movement. It can be a lot of stress on the elbows if you're not strong in that area or if you're not really concentrating enough. You can see I'm getting almost like a bench press position, creating massive thoracic extension, and then I'm turning the dumbbells inward towards my chest and then pushing out. Kind of like a reverse kickback. You can think about it like that. There's obviously no momentum again. I'm not bouncing it off my chest. There's almost like a tight little tap there. But then I'm also keeping constant tension on the triceps. I'm not locking out. Again, I don't want any stress on my joints. I'm trying to keep it solely on my triceps the whole time. Now I'm supersetting this movement with some incline dumbbell hammer curls. Okay, so doing it on the incline, I can pull my arms back and create a lot more stretch through my brachioradialis and my bicep peak. Okay, so you can see by pulling my arms back, right, and really force flexing the tricep at the bottom of the movement, you can see my tricep engage at the bottom. By doing this, I'm ensuring that my bicep is getting the fullest range possible before I bring that up. Again, it's very forearm dominant, but if I'm working my forearms really hard and my forearms are growing, then my bicep will respond along with that. Now, last little exercise, I just wanted to finish with a little bit of a tricep kickback. So I'm not actually supersetting this one. I'm just getting a nice little pump in the tricep. Again, main focus here, keeping my elbow completely still. I'm really not trying to move my elbow at all. You can see it's in a fixed position and all that tension and load is solely on the tricep, guys.